Genuine beauty begins with skin.
Well, it is our 24-hour clearance day. These are exciting days for me because to me, these are like shopping holidays where we get to find and pick up some things that we've been wanting at great prices. And I hope that you can stay with us. I'm Tamara Hooks, I'm your host, and we are in the kitchen together for the next 2 hours. And we've got some really great things, whether they're appliances or just maybe smaller tools that you've been needing for yourself. Something in addition to great prices is that we have, when you spend at least $75 or more on clearance items, you get free shipping on all of those clearance items. So it makes it even better to shop. Now, I wanted to show you something that is coming up, and I think the phone lines are gonna get a little bit busy when we get here. But I wanted to show you early so you could jump in from Kitchen HQ. This is the electric dough press and empanada maker. And I want to show you because it's closed right here. But when you open it up, this is where you put your goodies. This is where you lay the dough and then you put in whatever filling you want. And that could be savory or sweet. It could be breakfast or dessert. You close it up and you let those empanadas or whatever pressed dough, because in every culture, there is a dish that requires dough and filling. You close it up and it's just yummy. And this allows it to be easy. So whether it's in black or in red, you can go for it, not only on clearance of $15.47. You've got 3 flex, so it makes it $5.16 to get those home. We'll give you all of the details when we get there. But we are actually going to get started in this show, kitchen clearance, so everything's on clearance. We've got some Gotham steel, and you're looking there at the cast aluminum hooded grill. So this allows us, as much as we've been loving grilling, maybe right now over the last few months, there will come a time where maybe it's not feasible to always be outside. Obviously, you can take this pretty much anywhere, but this is your cast aluminum hooded grill, comes with a steamer rack. You even have a stuffed burger patty press, so if you like grilled burgers and you want the perfect size every time for that bun, you're gonna be able to do that. You get a 16-page recipe booklet that comes right along with it. So easy to use. This is that burger press, so you can have those perfect patties every time. And this is included with the purchase here. We're gonna give you all of the details, but first off, I want you to notice what our regular price was. Our regular price was $50 more than what you've got today. You've got it on 3 flex of about $10 to get this home. And we're gonna give you all of the details. Raymond Lamp is joining us to help us out. Oh, the grill master himself.
Hey, Tamara, how are you?
I'm doing really well. Oh, it looks like you've got some breakfast going on there. Oh. Yes.
Well, you know, I didn't think you'd be surprised if I was cooking breakfast on the grill, but that's how versatile the Gotham Steel Hooded Grill is. Pancakes, eggs, even bacon, right on the grill. You know, it's one of the coolest things about this. You could take this camping and cook all 3 meals on it. So breakfast is fine, but I don't think that's what you came here to see me cook. So I want to show you. You ready? Now it's going to get serious.
Wow.
Now, how's that look?
Look at that.
We got beautiful steaks right here. These are done. I'm going to take them off.
Okay.
And let them sit for a minute. Now look at those burgers. Look at how big the Gotham Steel Hooded Grill is. That's 4 burgers. I could put another 4 on. And look at the grill marks. So when we cook barbecue like this, and this is what I do, we want to get it browned on the outside. That's what makes it taste good. But then when we close the hood, that's how you get it cooked to the perfect degree of doneness. You don't end up with it all burned up on the outside and you can't get it done on the inside, or you can't get your cheese melted.
Look at that. Look at how, and
how
like you said, there's so much room for that. So when you're cooking, whether it's burgers, whether it's steaks, whether it's your chops, whether it's your, maybe you like to do sausage and peppers, you can do all of that here. Oh, and wait until you see, oh, look at that. That is a perfect steak.
That's what I was talking about. So if we just got the grill marks on the outside, it would taste good, but it doesn't get perfectly done on the inside. When you close the hood, that's when we get that perfect degree of doneness. It really It's the two-step process that is exactly what you need for perfect grilling. And I don't know about you, but that's how I like my steaks, and I'd be pretty happy to have this for dinner.
Yes.
Matter of fact, I'm going to have it for breakfast.
No, that's exactly how I like my steaks as well. I mean, and that's what, when you have an ease of grilling like that, you're more likely to have that grilled food that we all love, because that's the thing. When you have that perfect grilled steak or that perfect grilled burger or what have you, it is good, and then you kind of ask yourself, why don't I do this more often? Why don't I eat this way more often? Grilled food is some of the best way to cook, but if you found it a little bit cumbersome in the past, I think you're really going to like this from Gotham Steel. And you're seeing, and Raymond, we're showing the way that this has been constructed, the ease of use, and even the ease of cleanup on this. Yeah, it sure does. And look how quick that cheese melted. This is perfect. You know, I've cooked on pretty much every grill there is known to man. And I'm not kidding. For me, it's pretty much every one. And this is by far the best indoor grill I've ever used. All right, so watch. All that burned cheese there, no problem at all. And I'm just giving it a quick one. If you take your time to clean it up, you'll be done in no time. Right. And that's real grilling indoors. I just think the versatility of this is really something. All the different things it can do. And there's all the stuff. Right, there it is. It's that nonstick coating that you won't have to worry about cleaning, because as we know, on traditional grills, that's one of the things that people lament about, is having to clean the grill and having to do that deep clean. This is just simple. And it does have a manufacturer's 10-year limited warranty on that. So we want you to use it and grill and make your steaks and your vegetables, make your racks of ribs and racks of lamb if you want to. I love that we're showing so many different ways and different types of foods to cook here. There's that manufacturer's 10-year warranty. You're seeing just results of just kind of a suggestion of what you could make when you use your grill. What I love also is that it is not heavy. This is something that you can easily move around. And it is something that when you use it, you're going to love the results you get. You're getting the steamer rack as well, so you can do even more with this when you have that steamer rack included. And then this is the way. You saw Chef right there cooking right there on the grill. So that's where you get your grill marks. 3 flex payments of $10.35. And you are cooking, you are grilling, where this used to be over $81. So we're coming back to you. I see that you've got some of my favorites, salmon and asparagus. Oh. Well, that's exactly what I was thinking about. The next two grills I'm going to show you, these are everybody's favorites. Salmon, who doesn't like that? Now look at the beautiful grill marks on it, and that's what makes it taste good. And then we flip them over, and you close the lid and cook it till it's just about done. And then I'm drizzling it with maple syrup. I think it's a perfect addition to the salmon. A little honey or something like that would work too. But maple syrup on this salmon, now it's going to look good and taste good, and it's perfectly cooked. You can see that it's cooked all the way through, and that's because we had the hood to put down. But it's also got the great grill marks. And now, speaking of people's favorites, this is the one I've been saving. You ready? Okay. How's that? Dry rub. See, I like my ribs dry rub. This is how I like them. Okay. So what we did, this is the steamer rack. First, we put the ribs right down on the grill to give them that good color. You'll see all the color, the browning from that. And then picked it up, put the steamer rack in, and closed it to cook them nice and slow so they get tender and done. And you can even add a few wood chips if you want. There, now how's that for the perfect doneness of ribs? Wow. So I'm also a master barbecue judge, and one of the things we look for, the ribs, you don't want them falling off the bone. You want them to come away from the bone right where we bite it, but stay together, just barely staying together, just like that. Oh, wow. Now, wouldn't you like to cook ribs like this at home on your stovetop? The Gotham Steel hooded grill can do that. Yes. Look at that. I might have to eat that part when we get done. Is that an award-winning? That's an award-winning ribs right there. Well, it's got a good shot. I think it's a pretty good place to start. Now, I like them dry, but I know people like barbecue sauce. So, the trick is you save the barbecue sauce for the end, though. It's really just a condiment. Don't burn it on there. Okay.
So I wouldn't put any barbecue sauce on. What we did is we put a barbecue rub on these. You can see the color is the combination of the barbecue rub, and I put a few smoked chips down there in the bottom. Don't put too many because it's in your house, of course, but a little bit of smoked chips in there, and look at that caramelization. To me, these don't really need sauce. I'm going to eat this one without the barbecue sauce.
I love that. Thanks for the pro tip for sure. And you know what? We've got a phone call. We've got Sue giving us a call from Minnesota. Welcome to HSN, Sue.
Thank you.
It is so great to talk with you. I understand you have this. You just actually used it last night for dinner?
That is correct, yeah.
Tell me about it. Tell me your experience with it.
Oh my gosh. Well, my husband's the cook in the home, and so I saw this and I thought, well, this is lightweight, easy, you know. And so I bought it for him, and he used it right away. Absolutely phenomenal every time. Our food, doesn't matter what it is, comes out great as you would expect it. It's tasty. It's easy cleanup. There's nothing about it not to love. And especially for me, because I'm older, I can't have a lot of oils and stuff. I have to have really specific things. It's the best grill I have ever had for the food that I love to eat. It's just phenomenal. It's easy. We had guests over last night. He cooked it, the stuff on the grill, the chicken last night, and it turned out exactly as we thought it would. It's so good.
Oh, wow. I'm so glad to hear that. I mean, it makes a difference when you find something that really works for you. And I'm with you. Like, I think grilled food is some of the best way to eat your food because you get the flavor without all of the extra oil. So you're so right on that, Sue. I thank you so much for calling in.
Yes, you're welcome. And you know, it's nice because if it's inclement weather outside, you can use it inside, which she does. And it's wonderful. So you can always have that grilled taste and what you like all year long.
All year long, for sure. And I know that a lot of people are listening and they're hearing your words and they're saying, you know what, I think I'm gonna give it a try. So I know you've inspired a lot of people. Thank you so much for your call, and happy eating to you and your family and friends.
Thank you so much.
Take care. And I love that. You know what, Sue's right, because when we think about grilled food, we usually think about summer, don't we? But this allows us to have it any time that we want, as you're showing us. Ooh, oh my gosh. Are those crab legs? King crab legs?
These are crab legs. So we talked about it as a steamer. By the way, thank you, Sue. It makes my heart feel good that someone else is doing the same thing I am. But we talked about it as a steamer. Well, so we got the steamer rack in, a little bit of white wine down in the bottom and some lemons. And look at all those crab legs. I think if you bought this just to be a steamer and cook crab legs, it would be worth it. Because what else do you have at your house? I've got a lot of kitchen equipment at home. I don't have anything else to cook this many crab legs that beautifully. And steaming them is the right way to cook them. This is the right way to cook crab legs. You could put all of these in here. Man, I can smell that wine cooking now and the lemon. Maybe I'm going to eat these instead of the steak when we get done.
Hey, I think I like a little surf and turf. You could have both of them. You know what?
Well, they are close together over here, so maybe.
Let me share with you. You're seeing these at a clearance price. These are our last in quantity, and you're watching our 24-hour clearance event here at HSN. We're talking all kitchen items for the next couple of hours, but we wanted to start off with this indoor grill because it does allow you to do things like that. You get that steamer rack, so when you want to steam, you've got perfect steam every time. And remember, because it's got that hood, all of that, it cooks faster, it cooks more evenly, but it cooks the way that you're expecting. There's no, and to Sue's point, it turns out the way you expected because you can control the heat and all of that with the hood, which is fantastic. You're doing it at home, you put it right there on top of your stovetop. This is lightweight. Here's that hood. I even love that you've got a rubberized lip on here, so when you want to lift this up, most of the time we'll be wearing maybe an oven mitt, but even if you don't have an oven mitt, you've got that rubberized seal right there. You open it up. This steamer rack, where you just saw all of those big crab legs, That's where these were sitting, and then underneath there was a little white wine, there was a little bit of moisture there. You can take the steamer rack and get straight down, and this is where you're gonna put your ribs. This is where you're gonna do your chicken, where you're gonna do your steak. Maybe it's gonna be your lamb chops or your pork chops. Maybe it's gonna be your grilled vegetables. I like my asparagus, I like eggplant, whatever the case is. Maybe that's where you're going to do your burgers or your, look at that steak. Look at that perfect steak, and it's to your liking, the way you like it, no matter what the temperature is outside, no matter what the calendar says. You could have grilled steak for Christmas dinner if you want, and it would turn out that perfect. I love this idea.
I think it's great too. Like I was talking about when I started breakfast, if you're camping or you like to go outside, even sitting outside on your deck, you could put this on the fire. You could put it on one of these burners like we have here. You could even put it right on your grill, and it would make your grill better because we have the hood that helps get the food cooked perfectly. Look at that steak. Now that one rested a little longer, and it's just perfect. And again, it's the brown on the outside. You get that beautiful browning like on the salmon, on the steaks, and then you close the lid and it gets cooked to perfection. Just the closing of the lid, I don't want to say steaming. Some of the things are steamed, like the ribs got a little sort of a roasting thing going on, and it sits up on that rack. I mean, look at those ribs. You just can't cook better than that outside or inside. I just think they look great.
This is, I mean, everything that you're seeing
last but not least,
yes.
Last but not least, I got some fruit for you. So I got some of the pineapple. So when you put it on, when you want to get the perfect grill marks, I laid these down and just kind of make sure it's got good contact everywhere and let it sit for a while. So I'm going to give these just another minute, but I want to show you there's some over here with the breakfast we did. Fruit and peaches and pineapple, just terrific. And we didn't put anything on that. We just put it on the grill because there's all the sugar in the fruit. When you get it browned like that, caramelized, it just tastes better. Grilled pineapple, there's nothing like it. Let's see if I waited long enough. Okay. There you go. Isn't that beautiful?
Oh, wow.
And look how simple that was. I just put these on.
Look at that.
Now, I would cook them a little more on the other side, but frankly, it's pineapple. So if you can eat it raw, that little bit of brown is going to make it taste so much better than just fresh pineapple.
You know, I've never had grilled pineapple, but I look at that and I think, you know what? That's the first thing I want to do when I get this home. So I hope as you're watching, you're getting some ideas. Yes, you have your favorite things you like to try, but maybe branch out and try some new things. This does come with a 16-page recipe booklet. So you've got lots of new dishes that you can try and feed to yourself and family. This is 14.5 inches long, and it's about 13 inches wide. So you've got a lot of space here. You have a lot of space where you can cook for a couple of people or a larger amount. You can cook one meal or you can cook an entire brunch on your grill from Gotham Steel. So we're showing you ribs. We've showed you eggs and pancakes and pineapples and peaches. You saw steak, you saw salmon and asparagus and vegetables. You saw crab legs, all made on this grill that you did inside. You were able to control the way it cooked because of that lid. When it's time to clean it, it's non-stick, so it's an easy clean. It gives you that perfect, as Sue called, and I love what she said, it turns out the way you expect it. There's no wild card, because a lot of times when you're cooking, and if you can't control the temperature or the way something cooks, you know, maybe you paid a good amount of money for that steak, but if it doesn't turn out right, you feel like you wasted the money. This is gonna be right for you, and I hope that you'll get it. Our regular price was over $81. We took $50 off of the price here. So it's $31.04. It's 3 flecks of $10.35, and this is grilled food when and where and how you want it. So again, stainless on the top, non-stick on the inside. You're getting that steamer rack. I think you're going to love this. Go ahead and pick yours up. Over 600 of you have ordered yours, and we have it for you. So while you can get it on clearance, here's the item number. It's 700804. Raymond, thank you so much for being with us. Everything looks amazing.
My pleasure. We're going to have breakfast now. I hope you enjoy it.
Oh, I wish we could be there. Thank you so much. And you know what? I also wanted to mention, because we do have a lot to get to in these 2 hours, I wanted to mention these trays that we've got coming up. And these are from Kitchen HQ. These are the 2-pack of the serving trays. And you've got your choice of either that red or that blue. Or the red or the teal, as we're saying. It's the first time we've ever had it at this clearance price and on FlexPay. Those trays are 17.5 inches long, 13.5 inches wide. And what's great is you can use those to serve breakfast in bed. You can take snacks out to the pool or out back. It's got a rubber surface on it, so when you put something on it, it kind of keeps in place when you're walking. You don't have to worry about things shifting around. That's coming up in just a few moments. All right, now we gave you a little sneak peek of this at the top of the show, and now we've got the full presentation, also from Kitchen HQ. And you're gonna see several items in these 2 hours from Kitchen HQ. This is the electric dough press and empanada maker. And in either black or in red, they are on clearance for almost half price. These were closer to $30, now they're $15.47. What I love is that you plug it in, it's just one plug, you wait for the light to, let you know that it's ready. You open, and it even locks in front. You open it up and you put in your dough and your filling. And I was saying, in every culture, there is a dish that requires filled dough, whether it's empanadas, whether it is apple, maybe it's turnovers, those kinds of things. So whether it's savory or sweet, you've got a very easy way to make those. So you're getting the Empanada Maker and the dough press. This is the Empanada Maker, so it allows you to make the perfect size every time. We're gonna show you how this works. And I just want to make sure you go ahead and get yours. Kelly Diedring is joining us, and she's going to be with us in and out throughout the next 2 hours. Hi. Kelly, good morning, welcome.
Hey, Tamra, it's my favorite day of the year, clearance, because you get such good deals. $15 to be able to really jazz it up in the kitchen, to me, is worth it. This is so much fun. So it's our electric empanada maker. It's by Kitchen HQ. We've got some cooking. I want to show them to you real fast. So we've actually made our own little pierogies here. And then on this side, we've done little mini pizzas. And I'm going to let those, I think they're about done though, actually. I'm going to keep that open and just quickly show you how you can make them, okay? Because you're getting everything you need. You don't have to go out and buy, tools. Everything comes included, including our little dough cutter and the little press. So you're getting this. You can see the underneath side, when you flip it over, is going to cut your dough. So, feel free to make your own dough if that's like your thing. But for me, I just buy the pie dough.
Yes,
that's what I do. Little secret, all right? So you can, but if maybe you're gluten-free or something like that, you can make your own gluten-free dough with like almond flour or whatever you want to do. So when you flip that over, it cuts your dough, okay? So then you just take that little circle and you flip that back over. And this is what you stuff, okay? And like Tamra said, every culture that we know of in terms of like popular cultures, for their food, makes these stuffed doughs. So I'm going to do Italian. Let's do like some pepperoni pizza. If this was like a little wonton, right? Like a little Asian wonton, you could put like seasoned pork in there. Let's just do, and these are little, they're nice and bite sized. So anybody that's trying to do more of like that portion control or certain diets where you're, counting calories, whatever the case is, look, you give it a little press, okay? So this comes with it. And there's my perfect little empanada or wonton, calzone, pierogi.
Yes.
And then you just, dumpling, thank you. So you just take that and you can make 4 of them at a time and they go quick, right? So if you're making like a little party platter, these are fast. And then here's what you get. And you can flip them if you like, but it is heated on both sides. It's nonstick on both sides. It's by Kitchen HQ. And you can see, look at these, toasted on both sides, which is so perfect. So these are pierogies. And of course, Polish pierogies, right? We've got a food truck here locally that sells only pierogies, and they're delicious, but I'll tell you, they're making a killing. They're making good money on it. So now you can make your own little pierogies. And then these two are little mini pizzas. Okay, I'm gonna pop one there because I'm gonna cut into it. But there's my little mini pizzas. Maybe, Tamra, you've got kids and you just wanna do little miniature grilled cheeses or grilled ham and cheese, a little slice of ham and some cheese on the inside. The sky's the limit. It's really quite fun. And then let me just cut into this. And by the way, these spatulas are coming up. They're
Yes.
fantastic. They're spatulas and almost like little knife set. But look on the inside there.
Yes.
Look at the
Look at
cheese,
that.
the pepperoni. Instead of buying the pepperoni pizza pocket things that they come in the freezer,
Right.
and you don't know what's in them, like the chemicals or this extra sodium or the sugar or whatever,
Right.
make your own. And that to me is the fun of this. Plus,
Yes.
$15.
I
We're well
know.
under $20 for jazzing it up in the kitchen, right?
You cannot go wrong. I love that you were saying with kids, because sometimes with kids, you almost have to trick them into eating good food or eating their vegetables. But if you make things quick and easy and cute and handheld, it makes it easy. I also love the idea of you can, like you said, make your own, and you can take these along with you, so that when you're going on a trip and when you're going and want a little something to nosh on, you've got something that you made at home. You know what's in it. It can be different every time. Like you said, you make your own dough, which sometimes I make my dough, sometimes I do go and buy store-bought dough. And you're just at a moment's notice. If you want a little something special that night for dinner, you've got it right here. If you want a little dessert, because we showed you savory, but you can totally do sweet, and you've got it here. So I hope that you will go ahead and really take advantage of the ease of use. Sometimes if you're the one in the kitchen, and you're the one feeding your family, I don't know about you, but I run out of ideas, I get bored. I get bored with the same things I'm always cooking. I run out of ideas. And so I love things like this that just allow me to say, you know what I'm gonna do today? I'm gonna do something a little bit different. And that's what this dough press and Empanada Maker allow you to do. Just so you know, you can leave it right there on your counter, but I'm gonna turn it to the side because it will also sit along the side. So if you're saying, I don't have room for anything else on my counter, it can sit up, it can slide right next to the microwave or right next to the toaster oven when you're not using it. And then when you wanna use it, you put it down, you plug it in, you let it heat up, and you put the food in. It's really as simple as that. You don't even need to be a good cook to be able to make empanadas or dumplings or whatever it is you want. Kelly, we're coming back to you, but really, red or black, that's your only choice.
Yeah, and it's such a great point, Tamara. Just look here what I'm doing. So this is that store-bought dough, that pie dough, right? Of course, it doesn't have any flavor. No matter what you put inside, it's going to take up the flavor. And then we just did mashed potatoes and some scallions. And you can see these are nice and little bite-sized, What's also great about it is that some of the doughs will stick together. But if you have like maybe less of a sticky dough, you could just take a little egg wash and go around the edge, or just a little water, like an edible glue. And it even crimps it. So you can see where's a little excess dough, it crimps it off. So look, it makes it perfect. These are like little Pinterest-worthy empanadas. I pop them right here. And then, of course, both sides are heated, both sides completely non-stick. I could do 2 more if I wanted. And it's I think it was about 6 minutes each. So they happen really quickly. But I love the point you made, right? We're in our kitchens a lot more than we used to be. We were starting to venture out into the world again, but now I'm sort of like back in my kitchen again. I'm like less restaurants again, things are happening. And it's like we want to be safe. So this is the way to jazz it up. If you have a stickier dough, like, it's fun, experiment. These are biscuits. They come in a little tube.
Yeah.
Just take the biscuits, buy the biscuits, stuff the biscuit. What do you want to stuff it with? Do you want to put Nutella and marshmallow fluff? Do you want to put peanut butter and jelly?
Oh, my.
Do you want to put little bits of crab and cheese? I mean, literally anything can go inside here. And like I was saying, you just dump it in a little bit of the flour in order to get, if it's like a stickier dough. So that's just a little tip from me to you. This is my favorite dough to work with. And like, say the holidays are coming around, right? And you're doing a little platter. How about something sweet? Like you mentioned, they're nice and little. So, just some of the little cherry pie filling, or like a couple of pecans in the pecan pie filling. And then you just give it a little press. And you can see some of it squishes out, but that's the bit that I can just cut off. It completely cuts it off. And how perfect, okay? So then I pop it inside here. Let me remove the ones we were just cooking. These are little cherry pies. And then this is what we did with them. We just put them on like these little trays, and we just drizzled some icing. And everybody can do the little bite size. And of course, you're only touching one, right? It's not a big cherry pie you're sharing. If you're trying to do little separates, that's a nice way to do a little separates as well, right? Because everybody just grabs one of the little pies, or one of the, up here, we just did like a little, tiered tray. So have fun with these. Are pierogies. These are little pizza calzones, right? Or you could do like the little empanadas with some salsa dip, and this is the red sauce dip for the pizzas.
Wow.
So have fun with this. You know, it's a cool item, and to get it on clearance.
Yes.
Yes. We only have a couple of them left, so it's like clearance them out and bring something new, right? Grab it up.
And do it. Black, we've got for you. Red is very popular, and red is the more limited of the two colors. So you call us, or you can shop on hsn.com. You can let us know which one you want, and we'll send it right on out to you. 681-560. We're gonna give you a chance to go ahead and place your order, and we've got so much more coming up on the other side.
It's time to get ready for fall, August 6th through 8th. Get fit before the holidays, shop new work outfits, and check out new tech. Plus, celebrate the anniversaries of Professor Amos and Beekman 1802. Get ready for fall, Friday at midnight on HSN and at hsn.com. We're making bigger even better with our supersize values, and they're available only at HSN. Supersize values are based on the price per ounce of the same item in a smaller size. However, they do not reflect a price at which HSN would sell the item. Have questions? Call us at 1-800-284-3900. August is HSN's anniversary month, and there is so much to celebrate.
I'm #1! She did it!
Throughout the month, we're spotlighting the anniversaries of many of the show hosts, guests, and brands you've come to love over the years.
This is my absolute favorite event.
It's a full month of special programming, products, and can't-miss deals.
Origami has been solving our storage problems for years.
Tune in all throughout August to celebrate HSN's anniversary month.
You are watching HSN. I'm Tamara Hooks. I'm your host, and we are talking clearance all day today. But with me for this hour and next hour, we're in the kitchen. Now, this is the deal. We've got 5 products. We're gonna do our 5 and 5. 5 products that go by in 5 minutes. It's gonna be really fast. And if you're ready to go, then here we go. So from Kitchen HQ, we have the Universal Smart Lid. And so this is the solution in either red, black, or teal. It's the solution to where was that lid that goes with that pot, right? This universal lid, the way that it's constructed with this silicone grip means it can fit from the smallest pots to the largest. As a matter of fact, it can go from 8.5 inches to an 11-inch pot, this same lid. And it's because of these grooves that have been constructed on the inside. When you put it on top of that pot, it stays there and it's not kind of jittering around and moving around. I love the fact that the handle is easy to hold on to. You can lock this lid so that it doesn't move if you like, and you've got it right there. This is really fantastic, and I think it was a great innovation. So teal, black, or red are your choices. It's a customer pick, and you're getting it on clearance for 3 flex payments of $7.33. That was the first. We move on to the second of our 5 and 5. And this is a tool that you might not use all the time, but when you use it, it is going to be a lifesaver. It's from Cuisinart. It's the electric knife. It comes along with the carving board and even the storage tray, so it all stays just like this. And your choice of either black or red. You get the electric knife power handle, which is this. You get the blade with the cover. You're going to get the carving fork. You get the wood cutting board and the storage tray. And when you have to carve that turkey or that ham, maybe it's a duck, maybe it's when you are just carving steaks and things of that nature, or even if it's really crusty bread, you've got an easy way to do it without you having to use your elbow grease to get in there. I like the idea of having this now, not having to kind of rush around 2 or 3 days before the big meal or the feast. Go ahead and pick yours up on clearance. You're saving $15 today, and it's on FlexPay and free shipping there, red or black. These are tools in our 5 and 5 that we really can use every day. Right here, this is the Wolfgang Puck set of 2 oven mitts. And I'm gonna put one on. I'm gonna put the one on in black, and you can see it's just black right down there, or you can get it in red. Now this is an oven mitt for you on both sides because you've got all of this silicone grip. I wish you could feel, you will when you get it home, how cushioned it is on the inside. And I like that it goes all the way up almost to my elbow. elbow. My elbow starts right here. The mitt ends here. So if you do have to reach in to a hot oven or something of that nature, no worries on that one. Silicone construction, it's resistant to very high temperatures. It won't absorb liquids either, resistant to stains, and these are extra long. These are the kinds of things that you don't find everywhere. A lot of times oven mitts kind of stop at your wrist. I like that this goes up to almost your elbow, and in either black or in red, and you're getting 2 of them. A lot of times oven mitts only come in sets of 1. You're getting 2 of them, red or black. Enjoy that. Let's move on to the 4th of our 5 and 5, and these are from Chef Curtis Stone. It is the 2-piece suctioning bowl set. You get the small bowl, which is 1.5 quarts, and the large bowl, which is 5 quarts, and your choice of red, which is a deep red, or black, or turquoise. You're going to get the lid, which is what you see right here. And I like that that lid is even kind of, you can see how it holds that liquid in. But this is the key. This is what suctions to your countertop. So when you're mixing, see if I can do it from here. When you're mixing and you're whisking and you're doing all that, look, the bowl is not flying. Look, the bowl is not flying off the counter. But when I want to lift it up, there's like a little lip right there and you lift it right up. This can be, like I say, a lifesaver, because if you're prone to, oh, I mixed that, I'm gonna leave that there, and then oops, I knocked it off the counter, you're gonna love that these stay put, and you're getting the smaller one and the larger ones. Okay, that's the 4th of our 5 and 5. This is the last, and this is from Chef Wolfgang Puck. This is the tempered glass herb keeper. Now, when we think about our herbs, our parsley, our mint, our basils, those kinds of things, those are really not great in a very cold refrigerator. Our herbs really do like a particular temperature. So what this does is, it is a hydration system. So it allows your herbs to grow and stay fresh longer. You've got this ventilated top, so it allows the herbs to breathe and to grow, which is fantastic. This is 11 inches in height, and this is how you pull them up and down. You can even, kind of attend to your herbs. You can cut what you need, and then you pop it right down, and this is where you keep your herbs. And if you're tired of buying herbs and throwing them away because they wilted, they got too cold, they were not cared for properly, then I want you to try this. It is a clearance price, and it's on FlexPay. And that is the end of our 5 and 5. I told you it was gonna go fast, so you can go ahead and pick up whatever it is, or maybe all of the ones that you need. Now, I also wanted to share with you, we talk about the benefits of having an HSN card. And if you don't have one yet, well, you can apply for one, and when you're approved, you can take $10 off of any single item that you purchase when you open your brand new HSN card. So 24 hours of clearance. Let's talk about these 2-pack of serving trays. It's a set that comes to us by Kitchen HQ. You're seeing the silicone bottom grid. You see the fact that it is going to be something that doesn't, when you put your items, your dishes on here, they don't slide around, and it's because of the way that this has been designed. So if you like to do breakfast in bed, how nice is that? Or maybe you're just taking food to the living room where you're watching television, or maybe you're taking it out in the morning to sit out back when you're watching the sun come up. Wouldn't it be nice to know that you can have your items stay put where you put them? The trays themselves are almost 18 inches long. They're actually 17.5 inches long. 13.5 inches wide. They're both the same size. They've got the integrated handles right here, so it's easy to hold on to wherever you feel comfortable. You're getting 2 of them in your choice of either the teal blue, or the red. These are customer picks on hsn.com, and it's the first time that we've had them on air at this low price of 3 flex payments of $8.32. I promised you Kelly Diedring would be with us throughout the show. Kelly, I love these trays just for their ease of use.
Yes, Tamara. So I love these too. And I know it's hard to get excited about kitchen trays, but you will with these. I mean, you really will. So this was the tray I always used to bring you know, the lemonade outdoors, or my husband breakfast in bed. Every Saturday he gets breakfast in bed. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Or if I'm bringing these, you know, into the kids' room or whatever the case is, this was my go-to tray, right? But it's just a regular tray, and everything sort of slides around on these regular trays. And so Kitchen HQ has said, let's design a better tray, right? So what we did was we give you 2-pack, which is fantastic. So all you have to do is pick your color, but it has the silicone underneath, which is really nice for any surface. Okay, so it's not gonna go anywhere, but it has all the little ribs on top. So all of these are silicone ribs that you see. And so it's not gonna slip and slide all over the place, right? So now when I'm taking the margarita pitcher outdoors, I'm not worried about it spilling. And you know, when you make a big pitcher of margaritas, you don't want it spilling. And that's what I love about these trays. This is the first time we've ever had them on clearance. And then what we did over here, and this is a little extreme because you're not gonna set your tray at like such an extreme angle, but we did because we wanted to showcase, there's like a whole bowl back here. See the bowl? We wanted to showcase it's not gonna slip and slide. So look, there's my soup and crackers. Maybe you're taking this to somebody that's convalescing in bed. Maybe somebody's ill. You're taking care of them. You're bringing them soup and crackers. The kid plate that I bring into the bedroom because my kid's too lazy to stop watching whatever it is they're watching. And I'm like, okay, I want them to eat, right? So I put it on a tray and I bring it to them. It's summer, right? We got to give them a break. Or even like the dinner table, the dinner tray, right? To the grown-up on the couch or somebody that you're just trying to entertain. And then this one I like because I like to go outside when it's nice out and enjoy the beautiful summer weather. Maybe it's fall weather, depending where you live. You can even, look what we've done. A full glass of wine, the bottle, and then, you know, somebody maybe just wants a glass of ice water, but we've got them completely elevated. And that's to show you that that non-slip rib really makes a big difference. So when you want to be able to lift this, you don't have to worry about it. Maybe you're also a little weak, or, you know, something's going on and you just don't want to have to worry. As you walk, you can take the tray wherever. And then you have that nice hard surface. So for me, like, we've got this ottoman, which is really practical with kids, right? Because a coffee table, it's like you're always worried they're going to hurt their, you know, fall and hurt themselves. So we have this ottoman, but guess what? When we're sitting on our big couch, where do we set our drinks? We had nowhere until we have the hard tray, right? So our hard tray now can go on that soft surface, and look at that. I mean, it's not going anywhere, right? It's not going to slip. It's not going to fall. So this is just a practical idea by Kitchen HQ. Phenomenal pricing today because you do get that 2-pack. Maybe you pick up one and gift one as well.
That's right.
And then here's another idea that I had for it. You know, you're sitting at the table, but you still want to have a little center scape rather than having to move 4 or 5 things.
Right.
Now, when we all sit down for pizza night, I can just lift my center scape, right, or my table scape, put it aside, and now we've got the full room. So
Brilliant.
You can use it for different things and different ideas.
Brilliant. I love that idea too. As you're looking at that, I know as you're, so many of you who are watching, you are picking it up in the teal. We do have the red as well. But I love that idea of just making things easier for yourself. I think about carrying things on the tray. When I was younger, when I was a kid, I grew up in a 2-story house, and all of our bedrooms were upstairs. And when one of us, me and my brothers, were sick, my mom would bring our food up to our bed. And it was always liquid because it was always soup or something that we can get liquids in. But she had to traverse the whole staircase and turn and go down the hall. If she'd had something like this, it would have been less of a headache. And so I love the idea. You can see we've got our whole tea time. This is our whole, 3 o'clock tea when we want to take it to, sit wherever it is. Maybe it's on the porch, maybe it's along the back, what have you. And I've got my liquids, I've got my taller glasses. You can see that very thin stem. It's not moving. And because it does allow you to have a grip. I'm not saying it's stuck there forever, but when you're walking, it does make that trip from one place to another so much easier. And to be honest, trays are not really something we always think about until literally 2 seconds before we need it. We think, oh, you know what? I wish I had a better tray, right?
It's so true.
So on clearance, you might not have woken up this morning and said, you know what, I really need a tray. But now that you see them on clearance, and you're getting 2 of them, and they have all of these features that you don't typically see in a tray, and they're on FlexPay, and they're 17 and a half inches long, 13 and a half inches wide. This is like gonna be your everything trays, because you're getting 2. Go for it. These are 716-902. Kelly, we're coming back. I love, as you were showing, around the kitchen, out, you know, and having all of your condiments in one spot, and you pick them up and move it.
Yeah, so that's such a good point. This is another thing we use them for, the messy dog, right? So as cute as this little guy is, he gets it all over the place and the water slops around.
Yes.
And so we've just taken one of the 2-pack and we've given it to the dog. So this is Vino. And so when we want, we can just lift the tray up and we can dishwash the tray or rinse it clean. But even if he spills his water, because he's a bit of a disaster, it's going on the tray and not on my floor. So it's not a slipping hazard. And plus, he can't really move this, right? Because he's not going to be able to zhuzh it all around because it has that silicone base. And to your point, Tamara, about traversing stairs, really good point. Taking this up and down stairs, in and out of bedrooms, opening doors.
Yes.
You cannot have things sliding. I mean, you might be double loading this up, 2 bowls of soup. You know, maybe you've got the orange juice sitting there as well. And you can see at that sharp angle, it's not going anywhere. It's not sliding around. So you might, like Tamara said, it's not like you were like, ooh, I really need new trays. But when you get these home, you're going to go really glad. A, that I got the 2-pack of trays, and B, that I got them on clearance, right? So you just choose whether you want red or blue. I'm just going to take this over because, like, I do have the 2 kiddos, and I know, Tamara, you've got a child that you're probably bringing food to, right? And so we've got our little tea station. How much fun is it to have the grandkids, right, at their little, and of course, here's our kids here, but you could just bring this anywhere, whether it's to the bedroom, whether it's to the little kid station, whether it's outdoors and it's all grown-ups, and you're just doing margaritas or lemonade. Whatever, margaritas, lemonade, whatever you want to do, a glass of ice water, the TV dinner that you're taking to the hubby that doesn't feel well. Also, Tamara, work from home.
Yep.
Raise your hand if you're working from home now. So many people working from home. I'm still working from home, right? And so now you can take this into the office. Somebody's on a conference call, working from home. Take this dinner or this lunch right into the office for them. And you're not worried about things sliding all around.
Absolutely. And I'm glad to see so many of you are loving these. You're seeing everybody's calling in for that teal. And I think those are gorgeous. And don't forget about the red as well. I wanted to show you again, when you touch these, this is textured. This is what helps to keep those dishes and glasses from moving around. And then this is the underside. This also, when you have this down on a surface, these areas right here, you can see they're kind of raised. This is what helps to keep it from moving around and butting all around on your surface. So you're getting 2 of them, 17 and a half inches long, 13 and a half inches wide, on clearance, on FlexPay. Remember, when you are buying clearance items, when you spend $75 or more, you get free shipping on all of those clearance items. So if you've been doing some clearance shopping, definitely take advantage of that extra savings with the shipping. I also wanted to let you know, maybe ice cream is your thing. We have the Elite Compact Automatic Ice Cream Maker, and we have it for you in that really fun red color. We've got a clearance price. We took about $14 off of our regular price on that one. It comes along with the paddle, the inner bowl, the inner ring, and even 20 recipes. But it makes 1 quart of frozen treats, whether it's ice cream or frozen yogurt or soft serve, in 15 to 30 minutes. It requires no chemicals, no salt, no ice, double insulated, easy to freeze. And this is just, again, it can indulge your love of ice cream and frozen treats, and that's on clearance as well. We're gonna take a quick break, go ahead and pick up your trays, and we've got so much more kitchen clearance to come.
We use goat milk because we had it, and that's how our company started. But what we learned over the years is how beneficial goat milk is, not only for the skin, but for your body.
Goat milk adds moisture to your skin. It's really the most amazing ingredient.
People really do notice the hydration of their skin. The farm to skin difference only with Beekman 1802.
Korez was born in the oldest homeopathic pharmacy in Athens, Greece. We bring you the natural beauty of Greece to your fingertips. delivering innovative, effective formulas that are powerful and keep in mind the importance of natural ingredients. By partnering with over 1,000 different farmers to bring you high quality ingredients to unlock the best of nature and science, bringing you results that you can see and feel.
Well, you're watching HSN. We've got kitchen clearance. I'm Tamara Hooks, I'm your host, and we have a lot of different items that we're featuring for you on clearance. If you're shopping clearance with us all day today, we've got our big shipping event as well. So when you spend $75 or more on clearance items, you get free shipping on all of those clearance items, which makes it even better. Let's talk tools that we need in the kitchen. Like our spatulas and those kinds of things. What you're looking at from Kitchen HQ is the 3-piece ultimate silicone set. And this is your scraper that you see right here. It's your scraper spatula. These are all silicone, so they all have give on every area. And then you have your 2 squeegees. This is the long one, this is the short one, this is the long one. You might be saying, well, those kind of look a little bit different than the regular tools. It kind of looks like a spoon, and it also kind of looks like a spatula. Okay, yes, that's exactly what they are. Kelly is back with us. You saw her using it also kind of as a knife as well. So Kelly, there's a lot of uses for these.
Yes, so many uses. Just hang out with us because this happens to be my favorite spatula set of all time. There's a lot of reasons, but number one is how they're built. This is not a traditional spatula, right? That's just the silicone, sort of, flexible. I want to show you on the inside here. Now, clear is not offered, but we made a clear one to show you what's happening. It is a metal core on the inside, okay? So you do have the give at the top, but on the inside, you have a strong metal core. Perfect for scraping blenders, for scraping inside food processors. So that's the tall one, but you see that strong, really hard metal core. By the way, dishwasher safe, but I always rinse mine because I'm always using them. Plus you're getting the small scraper. You ever had it where you just want to get that last little bit of jelly or that last little bit of peanut butter or that last little bit of mayonnaise? Yeah. This one is, I use this in my makeup. I'm telling you, that last little bit of $50 foundation, I can do it. And then you have your traditional scraper spatula. So if you're somebody that bakes, oh my gosh, to get in and out of all the bowls. So you're getting the 3 pieces. Clear's not coming to you. I'm just showing you that metal core, right? So you're getting all 3 pieces. Lots of uses for this, okay? So for the little one, for the baking, it's so perfect for getting things out of trays that are hot. And you saw me using the small one on that Empanada Maker. If you grab the Empanada Maker, it's so perfect for flipping or getting those little empanadas out that we just had a couple of items ago. So this can get right down in. You can see it literally scalding hot. I'm not touching it, and it pops it right out there as well. So really perfect for that. That's the small one. It's also a really good scraper spatula. So if you're making, sandwiches, or you're making, we make like 3 or 4 peanut butter and jellies a week here at the house, I can scrape it out there, right? So it goes into that jar really nicely because it has that curve, but it's not too flimsy because it has that strong metal core. And then you can go straight down to your toast. I put it on the toast, then I flip it over. And then you have that nice curve. It's like 1,000 times better spreading with this than spreading with a traditional spoon or a traditional knife. And then I can just run it through the dishwasher. So it's great for the peanut butter sandwiches. And that's the little small guy, okay? It's also really good if you bake for stirring. Okay, we can get back to that here in a minute. I want to show you some other uses, but great for stirring your icings, like your icings that come in the jar.
Yes.
So this one's fun. If you have a stand mixer, how do you get all the stuff off of it? I mean, well, besides the obvious, which would be licking it clean. If you're trying to do a little bit more professional than lick it clean, right? So when I pull that up, I can either take the small or the large. Let me grab the small here just to get my paddle. Look as it will scrape the chocolate right off the paddle. If you want to get every drip, every drop of that baking, because it's not flimsy, because it has that metal core. Look inside the clear one. Every one of these has that interior metal core, okay? And then let me pop that off. When I take my bowl and I start to pour, Tamara, what is the worst? It's that you can't get it all out of the bowl, right?
Right.
So now you have that, look at the edge. literally scraping, and I can even go back over it, every last bit of brownie, right? Whether it's your chocolate chip cookies, what are you baking where you want that perfect scraper spatula, right? This is going to be that perfect scraper spatula. You could use the long one here, or you could even reach in to really get down into the bottom and use this one, okay, for every little last drip and every little last drop. Doing some acrobatics so that you can actually see as I'm doing that. Just to get every little last drip out of that pan. There's that scraper side of it. So many uses for these. Most important is that it's not flimsy. You do have a bit of give at the edge of the silicone, but you're getting that hard metal on the inside. So that's the difference between these and like a traditional spatula. And to me, to get these on clearance is just such a steal.
For sure, for sure. And you're seeing... I
love it here too.
Yes, you're taking it right to the griddle.
Right to the griddle. Right, so it's silicone, right? So these are like super heat resistant, 500 degrees. I can take it right to the griddle and lift up my egg or pancakes. You somebody that likes to do pancakes on Sundays? Look at that. It will lift up the entire pancake and gives me that surface area to do it with. So it's not too flimsy for that either. So many uses for them. And then I'll tell you, Tamara, this is my fave. Okay, let's come back here. We'll cook a little.
Okay.
This is my favorite because it's the traditional size of the spatula, right? But it cuts, okay? So I'm actually gonna pop my eggs. That's why I said it's kind of like a knife.
Yes.
Because it has that strong metal core. Come back here as I'm scrambling. It cuts. So you don't have to get a fork to whisk these for you.
Okay.
It's actually going to be able to cut as you cook. So you're using that edge now.
Yes.
And we'll let this cook up a little more, and as they're a little bit harder, you'll see. Look at it just cutting through the protein of that egg, through the white of that egg, okay? So perfect. And then look, I just want to show you how it scrapes. Literally scrapes every last. It's perfect. And that's the thing. With a traditional spatula that's just silicone without that metal interior, it's flimsy. You know, it does an okay job. Maybe you weren't complaining about it, but now you're going, oh, yeah. That makes perfect sense, right? And then even if you're doing... Go ahead.
And I think that's the deal, because sometimes we will have, like you said, the traditional flimsy spatula, and it's fine, and we've made do with it. But now that you see there is something better that you are going to use, not just for when you're baking, but you're going to use it for when you're cooking, when you have that nonstick, when you don't want to scratch up your surfaces, when you don't want to use a whisk and then a spatula and then a fork and then all these different things just to make one dish, you're going to pull these out. These are on clearance. They're less than $20. I wouldn't be surprised if they had been $20 a piece, you know?
Sure.
But they're not. You're getting all three of them on FlexPay for $6. Kelly, we'll come back. I want to see more as you're cooking with them, but I encourage you to go ahead and shop with us, 681-693.
Okay, so this is what I use it for a lot. So you can actually take the edge of it, and let's say these were like super large shrimp and you just wanted them popped in half. You see how it literally just sliced that shrimp in half?
Yes.
Or even the squash, it's cutting right through. It's so hard to see because it's slippery, but it's cutting right through the squash and cutting that in half as well. Let me get to a shrimp here. Popping that shrimp right in half. So, you know, whether it's your ground beef and you're just trying to chunk up your ground beef, or maybe it's a thin chicken breast, you don't have to dirty another, you know, knife or another spatula or get out the kitchen shears. You just take the very tip of it in the very end, give it a little pressure, and look, just slice that shrimp right in half. And that's the thing I love about it too, because now I have less dishes to do, right? I didn't have to slice in advance. Let me pop that on low. And then this is the other thing I like it for. Okay, do you love egg salad? Are you doing keto? Are you doing all the high protein? So we've got our eggs on the inside, and then, relish in the egg salad. My husband loves relish. I don't. It's a whole thing in our house. And then
I like it. I like the relish in the egg salad.
I know. It's a thing, right? It's like, I love egg salad, but you put relish in it and you ruin it. But anyway, we're doing it because he's going to eat it. Okay. And then I just want to show you real quick my last demo. It'll scrape on the inside of your mayo jar, right? Get out all that mayo. And then it will actually cut my eggs. So it'll cut through the eggs as I'm making that egg salad. And then all I have to do is use one utensil to slice up that egg salad with. So now I'm not dirtying and I didn't have to get out the food processor. That's that strong metal core. So really good for lots of uses in the kitchen.
And for mixing up that relish too. Go ahead and pick yours up. Go ahead and pick yours up. You're getting all 3 pieces, so you're not deciding which one you want. You get all of them. The long, the short squeegee, and the scraper. 3 flex of $6, $681,693. Kelly, we'll see you back in just a little while. But I wanted to remind you, as you're shopping with us today, if you maybe joined us a little bit later and you missed seeing the Gotham steel cast aluminum hooded grill, that's how we started this hour. And it's been very popular because everybody's saying, wait a minute, I know the calendar says August. Am I gonna have to walk away from my grilled food once fall hits? No, you just have grilled food inside. This is something you put on top of your stovetop inside. It does have that cast aluminum hood so that it allows that heat to stay in. It allows you to cook at the temperature that you want it to be and really control the heat there. And we're talking grilling your steaks, your burgers, your salmon, maybe it's gonna be your vegetables or your fruit. You have that steaming rack there, so you can even steam on that. Anything you like to grill, you can do it on your Gotham Steel grill. And we took $50 off of that price. It has been very popular today. So if you wanna go ahead and get yours, it's 700-804. Almost 900 of those just in this hour have been ordered. And if you haven't gotten yours yet, go ahead and pick it up on clearance. Okay, we've got another hour together and we've got so much in the kitchen because it's kitchen.